perhaps I'm gonna have to change the name to just be just Rollie and Everardo sometimes, plus Stephen the producer. And no, son. It is 3 weeks now since Andy left me in the lurch. Left me at the altar of fatherhood with no son to marry. Is that a clean metaphor? No. But it accurately describes, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not even sad anymore. I am P.O.'d and T.O.'d, baby. I'm pissed and ticked. Andy has betrayed me, and not only that, Andy has betrayed me in the worst way. I recently found something online. I was surfing the net, and you're probably thinking, oh, the light net, the nice bright net, the colorful net, the dark net. The dark net, where I purchased a VPN, as we call it in the biz. Very personal. And I put it on my computer, and I hacked into the Halifax region of the internet. For anyone in Canada, we know that Halifax has its own geo-blocked internet signal. So any media made in Halifax regional municipality cannot be heard outside of Halifax unless you can hack it. And I hacked it, friends. And I found, lo and behold, a podcast coming from Halifax, which I was not pleased to hear. In fact, you could describe my face as stunned. If I was the tragedy or comedy mask that from theater, no, I would be a third mask. I would be the aghast mask. It was a podcast produced by my ex-wife Margie's new husband Russel. And the name of that podcast, I won't bother saying, nor will I give you any more details about what it was or why it made me angry, because the reason for my anger shall shortly become clear. Also, Everardo is currently in New York, and I miss him. I don't have any son or son substitute at the moment, and I'm fucking pissed. And I painted a face on my body pillow. And at night, I play act a scenario with it where it tells me it just had a scary dream and it wants to sleep with me, and then I act annoyed. I say, no, you're way too old for this. And then the body pillow begs me, and I finally go, ugh, just this once. And then I spoon it the way I spoon Andy for real until he gets a bit hard, and I tell him he's weird and kick him out. And if that's not fatherhood, I don't know what is. But I don't even know if I'm a father anymore. Stephen, roll the clip. Roll the whole damn episode from Halifax. Whoa, welcome to my gorgeous stepson, the podcast where I, Russel, the stepfather to, honestly, the most beautiful boy in the world. He's a man now, and his name is Andy Bush, and we host this together. Welcome, Andy. How are you?
Oh, I am great, Russell. It's so good to be around and be in Halifax and be with people who actually appreciate me. Thank you so much.
You got a lot of color in your cheeks today. You're looking well and you're looking healthy.
I went for a little walk.
Your mother and I are happy to see it. Where'd you walk to?
Oh, I just went around the neighborhood. It's so nice. There's no, the gross Toronto air or anything like that.
It's a horrible Toronto pollution.
Oh, horrible pollution.
Delicious Halifax pollution.
Yeah, just
streaming
delicious.
Out of our candy mines.
Yeah, it's great. Candy mines. Halifax has candy mines. Everyone knows that because this is only going to Halifax. So yeah.
Yeah, the Halifax saying, here's a short riddle. What smells like Skittles? And it's the answer, as always, the candy mines. Churning it out.
I thought it would rhyme, but I guess, that doesn't.
Just the question rhymes.
Just the question rhymes. Yeah,
a Halifax staple. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Andy, could I just say something?
Yes,
this may be episode 1, but I feel like we've been doing this all our lives and we got a great rapport.
Yeah, I feel like there's a real connection here. Oh. Absolutely. Yeah. It's nice to just be away from my actual father who is constantly trying to bathe me, and it's infuriating. So.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me. You know, your mother and I have been together for a few years now, Andy, and I gotta say, I feel more and more a connection between the two of us.
Oh, well, thank you, Russell.
So, what have you done since you've been back in Halifax? It felt so good. You love doing it.
What? Could you say that again like that? Exactly.
Was the question not clear?
No, it just sounded like you sounded a little bit like almost sort of Austrian.
What?
Could you say it again?
Oh, it's my maritime accent that's coming through. Thick in the neck.
It's just you sort of sound a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my God, that's so nice of you to say. A Halifax staple, one of our golden sons.
Wait, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger
is from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Halifax, Nova Scotia.
All right, I didn't
A
know
lot
that.
of people don't know.
I didn't know that. I thought he was from Austria.
Yeah,
but no,
he's not.
Okay, all right.
No, he's from. That's why. Have you ever seen the film Pumping Iron?
Yes, yeah. That's a popular in the 70s. Kind of shot him to fame.
Yeah. He's like pumping all that iron.
He is doing all of that.
And then he's gonna try it out for his last Mr. Universe competition.
Yeah.
Then there's that famous cut scene where he goes, when I'm at home, I feel like I'm coming.
Yeah.
Every time I lift weights, I feel like
very
I'm
popular
coming.
on the internet. Yes, I've seen it.
Popular clip. If you haven't heard it, it's a lot of fun. Have you ever seen the extended clip of that?
No.
It's incredible. He says, when I'm lifting weights, I feel like I'm coming, and back home, Halifax, Nova Scotia is where I'm from. And actually, he squeezes it into every one of his movies. You remember that scene in Total Recall where his head explodes on Mars?
Yep.
He gets shot through the window.
Yep, and his eyes pop out, and it's a famous. Yeah, it's a famous.
Have you ever
scene.
seen the extended version of that?
No, I haven't
scene?
seen the extended version of that scene.
Oh, it's crazy. It's right before his eyes pop out of his
Yeah.
head. He goes, I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
It's weird that he would let everyone know that he's from Halifax in his movies all the time. That seems kind of superfluous. But hey, that's interesting, and especially since he's. I mean, on the Wikipedia page, it says he's from Austria. It's just I've never seen.
He's actually from the Little Austria district of Halifax.
Oh, yes, of course, the Little Austria district of Halifax. I forgot about that spot.
Which is the setting of our favorite, most famous movie, Big Trouble in
Little Austria.
Little Austria.
Yeah.
A Halifax staple.
Yeah, we all know that. That's a pretty crazy, where they have to save the world from a...
Archduke.
Who is... Yeah, they have to save him from being assassinated.
Yeah.
And starting World War III.
And he's going to be assassinated by being shown too good of porno and coming himself empty.
Yep, that's all we know about Austria. We should probably get back to what I was doing, what I've been doing here. So what's really nice being
Vietnam!
Yeah, that's true. Mozart. Another one, Mozart.
Who else was from there? Salieri. My favorite composer.
Oh, Sally, I know. I loved
favorite
Amadeus.
Composer.
You know what? I'm excited to see Amadeus. They're actually playing Amadeus at the Sony. Oh.
What's wrong?
I just thought of something.
The Sony Center back in Toronto? Get that shit out of your mind right now. I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa.
I'm so sorry.
Russell, what was that?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just wanted to tell you I love you and love having you here in Halifax.
Just like a vein popped out of your forehead, and you just really came out.
Well, speaking of vain, you're so vain, you probably think this podcast is about you, Rollie Bush, back in Toronto. But it's actually about my gorgeous boy, Andy. Cloud in my coffee? No. He's sunshine in my mug of tea.
Thank you, Russell. That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. I've really enjoyed this time in Halifax, and I'm actually catching up on a lot of movies. So that's really nice. Yeah, I've been outside. I have not seen a lot of the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, before you start talking about those movies, and I do want to hear about them, let me introduce our guest. A young man who I will say was not initially pleased that this podcast was geared towards me and my stepson when he is my own flesh and blood son. So please welcome our first guest. This is my son, Lorenzo.
Hi.
Lorenzo, welcome to my podcast.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Daddy.
Oh my gosh. Lorenzo, you're looking chipper and cute as a button as always.
And you look like Arnold himself, Dad.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouths.
And you look so good.
Oh, thank you, Lorenzo.
Wow, we love having you here.
So, Lorenzo, you're a film buff. Andy, we're about to... So, picking up where you left off here, Andy. Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, I was just saying that I have not been up to speed on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's actually 22 movies out.
Uh-oh.
And I was way back, so...
There's a lot of them. There's Ant-Man and Wasp. Ant-Man and Wasp and Kramer versus Kramer and Predator.
Yeah, that one. Kramer versus Kramer, where Ant-Man and Wasp have to go through a very lengthy divorce process.
And the only way to solve these problems is to get small.
That's a real popular one. That was a deep cut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Dustin Hoffman has never been smaller. So catch us up, Andy.
Yeah, sure thing, Dad. I mean, stepdad, sorry.
Oh my God,
You know
what
what?
did you call me?
I kind of
You
called you
did it,
Dad.
Dad. He did it.
Oh my gosh.
I called you a dad.
Someone's been reading my dream diary.
It's me. It's not just me.
Well, it seems to be both of you. This is, okay, I don't want to
Keep
dwell
a
on
dream
this.
diary?
Yeah, it's a diary that not only documents the dreams I have for my future and my life, but also just is a recounting of my dreams. Some of which are fucked. I'm a banana. I'm getting sucked off by a monkey who I know could at any point eat me, but he's just sucking and sucking.
He adds little things in the margins, too, about how he feels about it. And that one, there are check marks.
Yeah. Yeah, if you looked at it, you'd think, what is this, James Joyce's diary? What are these, the notes on Finnegan's Wake?
Wow, you really you like to read a lot apparently as well, right?
I've got a bachelor's in literature.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I was going to get a master's in literature, but I thought, F that, these clowns don't own me. So I just did another bachelor's in kinesiology.
Super punk. Oh, kinesiology as well.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the human body and
Yeah. I could compare stretching to poems.
Great. What a great combo.
So, talk to me of Marvel.
Oh yeah. Well, I had not seen two movies. I had not seen Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, you gotta
my
see
God.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor. I know. I just saw it last night, and it's great. I really like that they completely changed Thor's character.
Do they?
Yeah, he suddenly became like all plucky and jokey because I guess they needed that. So like he used to be kind of like a super serious. In the other movies, he was just this really serious guy, and then all of a sudden it just turned into like Swingers. Like I was watching Swingers with him and the Hulk. It was just like very weird.
Ragnarok, baby.
Yeah, it was like a buddy comedy.
Yeah, we're going to Ragnarok.
Yeah, and then it was
You're Nordic money, baby. You're so ancient Norse money, baby. My favorite scene is when Thor leaves all those consecutive voicemail messages on his ex's machine.
Honestly, it would have probably fit in with the tone of the movie.
Ron Livingston is there.
Who?
He's from like Office Space, and he's the guy who plays golf in Swingers.
Oh wow!
I've seen Swingers a lot of times.
Yeah, I have not. I've only seen it once, and honestly, I didn't think we'd go this deep into Swingers. But yeah,
I like any movie where the climactic scene is two people swing dancing and learning they love each other. And it's a short list.
That's actually the end of Swing Kids too, I think.
The end of Swing Kids is a man being carted off to a concentration camp.
Yeah, that's the middle of Swing Kids. The end, and then he's yelling "Swing Hail, Swing Hail."
Yeah, that movie. They play fast and loose with the truth, and they really try to pull on your heartstrings. That movie was really remarkable for how. It's not good, but you feel bad for criticizing it.
I got shown that in history class.
Me too.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Really? In history class, they're like, I guess the teachers are like nervous and like, this is what concentration camps were like. Like they showed me that as like a history lesson about World War II.
Oh, it wasn't a history lesson about swing music?
No.
Wasn't the swing part of history class?
No, they left out some crucial information about swing music. Like, for instance, they do not include any information about where zoot suits come from or the riots they inspired.
That is very true.
We have a whole unit on it.
Lorenzo's still in high school.
I'm still in high school. We're in the middle of, we've moved on to contemporary right now in history class, but we used to have swing.
What's high school like now?
Well, it seems they have a whole unit on swing music and
just
dancing.
Music?
In history class, though.
Yeah.
Because it's a very important part.
Lorenzo, you're falling apart on me, man.
I'm sorry, Andy's here and I'm nervous. You know I wanted this to work out for you.
That's true. I read Lorenzo's dream diary, and his dream is to have a brother who's always there for
You
him.
read each other's diaries?
I have a dream where I'm a banana and I'm getting sucked off, but it's not a monkey, it's just it's me.
Last month, Lorenzo and I did an Inception retreat.
Oh, that was fun.
We went to a small island off of Halifax, Wolf Island, and we Inceptioned each other back and forth for a while.
Is there a Wolf Island off Halifax?
Sure, man. Yeah, that's where it was. The island is shaped like a wolf, and it's run by a wolf, but plus they do Inception stuff.
I don't think there's...
Is that not right?
There's an Oak Island. You know the Oak Island myth.
It was the Oak Island myth.
The Oak Island... You've never heard of the Oak Island myth? There's a show about it.
I mean, I know what it is, but you tell me.
The Oak Island myth, it's about like the treasure is buried on Oak Island by maybe the Knights Templar, maybe... It was buried in the 1700s, and it was found by like this hole was found by a kid in the 1700s. And he's like, "Whoa, what's this?" And they started digging, and they found like a doubloon, and then apparently everyone started getting obsessed with it, trying to dig, and there's these like there's traps and all of that stuff. And
there's traps.
Why didn't we learn that in history class? They probably didn't dance at all.
There was no dancing in it.
Yeah, and if they did, they probably didn't have that swing.
Okay, so what did you do on Wolf Island? You guys had
Well, first we had to give a quick sacrifice to the wolf that runs Wolf Island so he would let us move about unfettered.
Yeah, we had to give him our shoes just because he doesn't want us any artificial stuff touching Wolf Island.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he went, Pumas, when he ate Lorenzo's.
Wait, so the wolf speaks?
Yeah.
Well, he runs an island. He's got to do. He can't just be a normal wolf.
And actually,
you
when
mean
he
an
speaks,
actual wolf, not like a guy dressed like a wolf?
No, it's a real wolf. And not only does he speak, he sighs so heavily before he speaks.
He's exhausted.
Because he's exhausted by the bureaucratic duties of running his own island. You can tell that he was more of a Che Guevara type, but he was forced into a Castro role. He was real comfortable taking over the island, but then when it came down to the nitty gritty of running your own island, it was not his preference.
Halifax is a lot more fantastical and silly than I remember.
Oh yeah, Halifax is fucking nuts.
It's changed.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot.
It's really weird. Now, there's wolves running islands.
There's Little Austria. There's Wolf Island, run by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all the exhaust from the candy mines. They just make everybody so happy and so.
Oh my god, I love going into the candy
Sniffing?
mines and then blacking out and coming to a week later and finding out what I did. We still haven't gotten to the Infinity War. Okay,
No,
catch
that's
up.
the thing. Can I just act? Yeah, because Thor Ragnarok was all right. I watched that and I'm like, okay, Thor's funny. Hulk's a bit of a goof. Got that now. That's cool. Loki's back. He was bad, but now he's good. That's normal. That's fine. And at the very end, spoiler alert, turn it off if you haven't seen this yet. At the very end, they spent a whole movie setting this whole thing up and saving all of Ragnarok and all the people. They're like, it looks like everything's going to be just fine. And then this shadow comes over them, and then it cuts to black, and you're like, what the fuck? And then the opening of Infinity War is literally just undo the entire movie of Ragnarok. They're like, everyone's dead. Like Thanos shows up in the ship with a runner, and they kill everyone.
That's the beginning?
That's the beginning. And Thor's dead. And then
Thor's dead?
Well, you think he's dead.
Hulk's
and
a
Loki, Hulk is. Well, no, he's not a goof anymore.
Oh no.
That's the thing about it too. Then they go back. Thor's kind of funny, but Hulk is gone. He's not a goof anymore.
That's what you get for casting Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk and giving up on America's foremost comedic actor, Edward Norton.
Edward Norton should not have been the Hulk. He was not a good Hulk.
My favorite scene in Edward Norton's The Hulk is when he curb stomps that guy.
I didn't like him when he was angry.
I like him when he curb stomps the guy and then goes to the jail as the Hulk. And then when he gets out, he tries to change.
Can I ask you a question, just real quick, Russel?
Yeah.
How did you meet my mother? We actually haven't not spoken.
Are you asking me how I met your mother?
Tell him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this sounds like it's going to be one of the storylines from Halifax's foremost sitcom. Now for me to tell you how did I meet your mother?
Wait, can you give me that title again?
Now for me to tell you how did I meet your mother?
Oh, I love that show.
I've never seen that sitcom. Is that another?
Starring Halifax's answer to Neil Patrick Harris, Peel Hattrick Harris.
Of course.
A banana peel who only scores 3 goals at a time in hockey games. Hat-trick! His real name is Harris.
He's an heiress?
He's an heiress.
To the throne.
He's an heiress to the acting throne of Neil Patrick Harris. And he's...
So honestly though, Dad,
Oh my God, 3. Talk
Three
about a
times.
hat-trick.
Wow.
talking about a hat trick.
Throw your hats on the ice. I'm your dad now.
How did you meet my mother? Like, how did this happen?
Are you asking me to tell you how did I meet your mother?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Next, you're going to be asking me how did I meet the bee in apartment 23?
What was that show about before we get... What was that show?
I think it was a sequel to Bee Movie.
No, it wasn't. What it was like Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they just shortened it to like Don't Trust the Bee. And then they just shortened it to Bee.
What? Is that real?
But they did shorten it.
Then
'cause
they shortened it to M, and then
Just-
Fritz Lang made it into a movie. So here's the story of how did I meet your mother.
Yes, please.
I met her at the Health and Wealth Expo.
Oh, the famous Halifax Health and Wealth Expo.
You learn how to get healthy. You learn how to get wealthy. It's the Expo.
So you're singing the song too? Sing the whole song.
Here's a little story from A to Z about a man like me getting healthy and wealthy. I'm about to tell you about all of that, and I'll tell you not in song, but in a nice rap. It's gonna go down like every day. Fuck you, man. I got something to say. Health, wealth, that's the answer. Don't tell me, just ask this dancer who.
He's doing the dance.
So healthy.
Jesus.
No, that's part of it. That's part of
I'm
it.
getting so wealthy. A ching, 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 and a move, move, move. That's the way that I go to groove. Don't ask me about my stuff. I'm gonna get so buff. 10 and 20, 30 pounds. Check me out in the Lost and Found.
That's the end of it? Just check me out in the Lost and Found?
That's the rap part. And then the chorus goes, you're getting healthy and so wealthy today. Got something to say. I am healthy and wealthy. You gotta ask me. I got something for you. I got something to do. Let's get wealthy.
I love when he does that.
It sounds like Bruce Springsteen singing some pop with some rap in there. That's a real.
He hosts it.
Yeah.
What?
The vibe of that song is, and the song literally is, Bruce Springsteen being held hostage, forced to do something that makes him uncomfortable. And he has to go to the bathroom also at that time. And the whole Health House Expo is Bruce Springsteen giving opening statements, but he keeps glancing a bit to the side of the stage. And if you follow his glance, there's a gun clearly poking out from between the curtains. And you just see a bead of sweat rolling down Bruce's face.
So why did they have to get Bruce Springsteen to host a health and wellness
Think of
expo
a healthier,
in Halifax?
wealthier person than Bruce Springsteen.
Bingo jackpot, Lorenzo. Well said.
I guess so. I guess Bruce Springsteen is probably the most healthy and wealthy person you could think of to come to Halifax. I mean, they kidnapped him.
It's such a tradition now that when he looks over at the gun, everybody cheers.
Okay, wait, hold on. It's a tradition? So they kidnap him annually?
Yeah.
They kidnap him. Doesn't he call the authorities? Or
Not
anything?
anymore.
No,
No, they always surprise him. Because at the end, there's this huge, big celebration. They hug, they pay him a ton of money, and they tell him, thank you, Bruce Springsteen. That's the last time we'll do this. And Bruce Springsteen, being a very trusting man.
He believes it.
He believes it every time.
Yeah.
And then they always kidnap him in a new way. Sometimes they get him at the airport. One time they infiltrated his house as a couch.
Oh, I loved that one.
Yeah, they also air the video of him being held, captured. And he's forced to watch it in front of everyone. There's actually the only weird thing about the Health and Wealth Expo is that the gunman bothers to hide it all. Because we all know what's going on. Like, he doesn't need to hide behind the curtain. He can stand out in the open. We know what it is.
But at this point, it's a bit of mystique, because it's like, who's the gunman, right?
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
behind that gun?
That's
we don't
true.
know.
We have a big raffle to try and decide who's the gunman.
I swear it's Terry. I swear.
Every time you think it's Terry, and you're always wrong.
Terry anytime.
You're always wrong.
So the gunman switches. It's like an honor to be the gunman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's an annual, you get, you have to submit and write a short essay on why you deserve to be the gunman. And like everyone in Halifax writes it. And only one person gets picked, and it's an anonymous board, like the people who choose the Criterion Collection movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You don't know who they are.
Well, I didn't know it was anonymous. I thought it was just a bunch of just, fuddy-duddies.
Fuddy-duddies.
Fuddy-duddies,
Would
yeah.
Fuddy-duddies give that honor to Armageddon and The Rock?
That's not true. Is Armageddon in the Criterion Collection?
You better believe it, baby.
Are you fucking kidding? Really?
Oh, you better believe it,
I gotta
baby.
look that up. That's in the... Why?
I would never pull your leg.
Why is
never pull your leg.
Armageddon in the...
And then it raises that question, and then we all talk about it, and we think, boy, those are Criterion folks aren't so bad, they like a good old American flick like me.
It really is. Jesus Christ. That's so weird.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Just when you think these are Criterion folks, they throw a curveball at you.
Oh my God! And the picture is just so serious. It has that like serious font, Criterion Collection, Armageddon. You'd think that it's like some incredibly powerful, important film.
Oh, God,
and that Michael Bay, he must have paid them off something.
Criterion doesn't need money.
Okay, I don't mean to insult Michael Bay. There's nothing wrong with him. So
I mean, there probably is so much wrong with him. Let's not deny that.
Okay, can we just put a pin in that for 1 second? Because you still have not told me. Oh, is this like the actual series, How I Met Your Mother? And I'm just never going to find out. You're going to just keep divering off into different...
12 seasons, baby!
Yeah, it was a lot of seasons.
If you think you're going to find out how I Meet Your Mother without at least a handful of quips from Peel Hat-Trick Eris, you're nuts.
All right.
He's going to weigh in a bit.
That's fair. That's completely fair. So why don't you tell me the long story?
But I did tell you a bit. We met at the Health and Wealth Expo.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you gave me a little bit of a taste, but I mean, I don't know, why were you both there?
That's a good question. I was at the behest of Lorenzo.
At the what?
The behest.
Yep.
Lorenzo wanted me there.
I wanted him there. I can't go. I have it's stupid, but I have a fear of crowds, and I needed my dad at the Health and Wealth Expo.
That's what I love about Lorenzo.
Were you sick at the time or something like that? Or?
What do you mean? Oh, for the health. Most people go for the wealth.
Yeah.
Oh, well, health comes first. So wealth. You wanted the wealth.
I was there. I was 11. I said, I need to be an entrepreneur, and this seems to be the only way I can do it in Halifax.
That's
interesting.
Right. Yeah.
But the crowds...
Yeah, Lorenzo got scared.
I got scared of the crowds.
He wet himself, and then I wet myself to make it look fine, like Billy Madison style. And then the bus driver said, if wetting yourself is cool, then I'm Miles Davis, and we all laughed.
Yeah, everyone on the bus was a big Adam Sandler fan, so that went over well.
We sang the Hanukkah song. We sang...
Halifax seems like a real fun, cool place where people are just down to do shit.
We watched Rain Over Me.
You watched?
And everyone laughed and laughed and laughed on the bus.
We watched Mr. Deeds.
On the bus? How long was this bus ride to the Health and Wellness Expo?
They drive you in circles.
It all starts on the bus. The whole thing starts on the bus, right?
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Well, it's kind of like you pick everybody up around Halifax that wants to go, and you just drive around for a bit watching Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, and then they also feed in carbon monoxide, so you slowly get sick. And then
it feels kind of good, though.
The whole theme of it is, wouldn't you like to be healthier than right now and wealthy enough to not have to ride the bus?
And then the doors open, and you see... Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, you see Bruce Springsteen. You see the sweat trickling down his face. You see a gun in the distance.
But you don't know who's holding it. And it's all just a myth. And you jump off the bus drowsy and groggy, and you say, today's my day to get healthy, wealthy, and I'm here for it.
You get to shake Bruce Springsteen's hand. He whispers his plea for you to help him into your ear.
His annual plea.
His annual plea.
But you ignore it. That's one of the most fun parts.
That's
the annual ignoring of Bruce Springsteen is honestly my favorite tradition from the album.
This seems less like learning how to get healthy and wealthy and more just like a horrible way to just torture Bruce Springsteen.
That's part of it, but he's got a good life. He can't suffer for a few days a year.
Be honest, if you had no money, who would you rather see get tortured?
Not Bruce Springsteen. That man is like he's a champion of the blue collar worker.
Because part of the message of the Health and Wealth Expo is sometimes you got to climb over nice people to get to the top.
If you want to be healthy, if you want to be wealthy, you got to climb over those that are both.
Yeah, you got to create a pile, a human pile. That's the theme of the biggest annual lecture series, which is how to make a human pile. Anyway, so that is a little piece of how did I will tell you how.
You still have literally not said a fucking word about how you met my mom.
Your mother was at the Healthy and Wealthy Expo.
Yeah, that's it. But what else have you, like, how did you meet?
She was there.
That's it?
She ran the Jugo Juice stand.
Okay, all right, there's something there. She ran the Jugo Juice stand.
Yeah.
She never told me this either, okay? Because, like, last time I knew she worked for a bank, but I guess she left the bank and to work a Jugo Juice stand, and you
She was just trying to scrape a couple extra coins together.
Yeah. Okay.
She was saving up to, and I'm not supposed to mention this, but help her son out on his move to Toronto.
Oh,
because he was struggling. And then that was you, Andy.
That's interesting. That's so nice.
She said his career's, the word she used was flatlined.
That was a tough time in my life, but I have since pulled myself out because I'm now working on a television show, like a Canadian
you look good. You look great.
Television show.
That's right. You're working on the new Canadian television show.
A Canadian show called Cavendish.
I've heard from some friends in Prince Edward Island who have seen your show that it's untrue and bad.
Yeah, the people in Prince Edward Island, or some of them anyway, some people love it, but there are some very vocal detractors. There's some very vocal critics, I'll say.
Let me tell you, if you want to make a show about PEI, there's one thing you got to remember. It's got to be documentary level realism about the nuances of how municipalities are run and the people therein.
I should explain a little bit what the show is. Essentially two brothers coming back to their hometown of Cavendish in Prince Edward Island, and realizing, and realizing that the town that they grew up in till they were 8 years old, the town they grew up in is a little bit different and a little bit weirder than they remember.
First misstep.
Yeah, I feel like it should be. It's the same and normal, and nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, the show should be about two brothers who already live in Cavendish and
know how everything works.
And they know how everything works, and everyone they meet is normal and very nice, and they do their jobs well.
But the thing is, in the show, we're not mean to anyone in Cavendish. The people in Cavendish aren't mean, and the people in real Cavendish definitely aren't mean. Yeah. I think the problem is they just expected something and got something else.
That's right.
Can I read maybe one of the reviews?
Yeah.
I'll just quickly read one. As an islander and a resident of Cavendish, I find this show to be not only completely ridiculous, but insulting. Yeah. The residents of Cavendish looked like uneducated fools, which is not true. We did not play them as such.
And the footnote. Go back to the review.
Yeah, okay, of course. A mythical beast that comes out once a year to steal people? Seriously? And the whole town goes out to hunt the beast like the townsfolk in Disney's Beauty and the Beast?
Great seed.
I am at a loss for words. How about just a touch of research about the area? To be fair, I just got to say, I spent all of my summers in Cavendish. I loved it.
I think you gave this reviewer the vapors. I think they had to lie down on their day couch their day bed after watching this show. A loss for words.
Yeah. There are no caves for the beast to hide in. Okay.
That's our
you got to think about that. Yeah.
Enough. And the big one here, which is we've been hearing a lot of. We have no deer on the island. At one point, a hunter says, "I've hunted deer."
But there are no deer, it sounds like.
There's no deer. So that's a huge misstep, and you fucked up bad. And let me tell you something. When the people of New York first watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the big screen, I remember this well. The predominant review was, yes, finally. Turtles that are the size, shape, age, and with the skill level and mutation percentage of the turtles that we have seen in our own New York sewers. And that kind of attention to detail is important. Besides which, those same New York people, I remember their review a couple years earlier. I remember them saying, yes, finally someone who's captured the problem and humor of the ghosts that haunt our city and the ragtag men who bust them. As freelance! So, in other words, it's important to get those details right, and the greats do it, and you clearly have not. But that doesn't mean your show's not fun.
No, it's a very fun show, but you're right. We did make some mistakes, and I hope that most people enjoy it, but there are some vocal critics.
I like that they're mad about the beast. That you've created a beast, but they're almost madder that you created a cave for it to hide in. Do you want to know what I was doing at the Health and Wealthy Expo?
No. What
besides escorting my boy?
You're going to tell me about how you met my mother, right?
Well, I told you. She was working at the Jugo Juice.
There's more to that, though. Anyway, fine.
There's more to that? What else do you want to know?
We just literally met her. That's it? There's no...
Well, I was actually there because... I went up to the Jugo Juice stand because I'd actually done some work for Jugo Juice.
Oh, really?
And so I wanted to say hi, shake some hands, say thank you for the contract. And I'd written some jingles for them.
Oh, so you wanted to tell my mother, who probably was just hired by Jugo Juice, you wanted to thank her? And
she was sort of the face there at the time. Then we got to talking, and she liked my jingles. Would you like to hear my jingles that I wrote for Jugo Juice?
I would love to, Russell.
Now, remember, these were 6 years ago, so don't judge me too harshly. The political climate was different.
Okay, sure. Okay, what's that mean? Go ahead.
I think I'm going to find out myself. So there was one. When Jugo Juice was getting into making sandwiches in addition to juice.
Okay.
And that was a big thing that they wanted to focus on. So they had this jingle that went, Jugo Juice, you probably know us for our juices, but we got another thing for you. Yeah, sandwiches, 2 pieces of bread. You can order one with that juice. Eat it down, drink it down, sandwiches with some juice. That's the promise of Jugo Juice. Anything that you want between bread sandwiches, and you can always get a Jugo Juice. Jugo Juice.
But again, you have to remember the political climate was way different back
Yeah,
then.
so you
That's
could
why-
say
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff back then.
All right. That's. I mean, I didn't really see anything completely really.
You didn't
bad.
hear the objectionable moments? Wow.
I mean, it's to me. It's just it
We've
just
come a
sounded
long way over here, baby.
like-
You can't say
what?
that kind of stuff.
You can't just say you can get sandwiches with juice.
Whoa,
Whoa, Zoe.
Andy! It's
Zoe Kravitz. That's
That's
a hard way to
2011.
say it. Yeah, come on, man. What is
Okay.
this, early YouTube? You can't just launch into that crap.
I don't understand. So you can say juice.
Yeah.
You can say sandwiches.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
can't say sandwiches with juice.
Oh, mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Okay.
Do you want to hear another one I
Yes,
wrote?
please. Okay.
This is when Jugo Juice was pivoting away from sandwiches because it wasn't working.
Sure.
Oh no, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have done that thing with bread. Oh no, what do we do? Nobody wanted our sandwiches. You wanted our juice, but we didn't have space to keep all the juice that you wanted because we had shelf space for the bread and ingredients for sandwiches, and now we feel haunted by the past. Choices we made, choices we came to regret. It's the sandwich mistake. Oh, the past is full of the errors that we made while we tried to do things you would like, but you didn't want sandwiches, you just wanted our juice. Sorry for using this colorful language. It's 2013, times have changed. We hope you love us for what we do well. We're the juice people. Come on in, guys.
There's a couple of things I want to unpack there.
Yeah, you can unpack them.
Okay, first off, the whole thing is just an apology for selling sandwiches. They're not really even selling anything else. They're just saying sorry.
Well, yes, but it's promoting the fact that,
They don't sell sandwiches
yeah, so
anymore.
you can feel free to come back in and not get grossed out by what were, in hindsight, really bad sandwiches that took up a lot of space and stank up every store and made the juice taste worse.
Okay, all right, fine, fair. Let's put that away. The second thing
Plus,
is,
do you know that? Go on.
oh no. Well, I'm just saying I didn't hear any offensive part of that. That's just.
Oh, you don't know? You didn't hear it?
That was the uncensored version.
It was just apologizing for sandwiches and juice again. So I don't. And he said it was a different time. So that's confusing as well because he said it's a different time. It's 2013. So it's referencing that it's 2013,
Yeah.
and it's also a different time.
Yeah.
So
it was referring back to 2011
Oh,
when
it's
the
probably
campaign
2011.
started.
So it's apologizing for the sandwiches.
Not only for the sandwiches being bad, but also for the phrases that were used to promote that combination of things. You have to understand that
But
by
he was still
2013
using the same phrases in 2013.
Yeah, but people were feeling dicey about them. So we wanted to be clear, but also apologize.
Okay, good. It all makes sense now.
And then there was a third jingle I made for Jugo Juice. They had released the first 2 jingles.
Mm-hmm.
And then their marketing strategy was, we're just juice now. Don't worry about those sandwiches anymore. But still, customers had not started coming back. And they were starting to get pissed off. So they hired me to write a jingle that was frankly aggressive.
All right.
And it blamed the customers for a lot of things that maybe Jugo Juice executives in hindsight should have taken on the chin.
All right, so let me hear it.
Okay. What? You're too good for a juice. Fuck you, I'll kill you. You're too good for my juice, my juice, my juice. I am Jugo. Oh, 'cause of before with the sandwiches. Oh, you're too good to forgive me. Oh, Christ forgave everyone, and he was Christ. Ever heard of him? Forgive us and buy our juice. Fuck you, man. Come on, we're trying our best, and our juice is delicious. If you buy Orange Julius, we will firebomb your house. If You walk past our store and give any side eye, we will kill you. We're the ones who run that contest where we kidnap Bruce Springsteen. And we have, possession of the one gun in town. And we'll use it on you if we choose. Now let's get real, man. Let's get real, man.
This isn't a song anymore.
We've got a gun. We've got a gun in your house, and we're holding it to all your friends and kids. And then the jingle would break down.
Oh, okay, that's it? That was just...
It would break down
break
into
down.
like industrial sounds, and then the sound of like a child screaming.
Yeah.
And then there would be text on the screen that said, every day, one child is killed by us, the executives of Jugo Juice. Because of you, man. You did it.
That's pretty hardcore there, Russell.
Yeah.
And the response was, I mean, did people actually go to Jugo Juice?
I don't know. It sort of ebbed and flowed over the years. What the company came to realize that nothing was overly offensive in what they had said, but maybe they had assumed it was. But we still kind of think it is.
It was a different time, you know. It was a different time.
Different time. Sandwich and juice.
Oh, Mamma Mia!
I can't stop.
Okay, you guys are both actually starting to get on my nerves.
What's wrong?
What? We're so happy to have you.
I know, and I
Andy, don't
appreciate
say
it, but
that.
like
Don't say that.
it's just.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder.
What do you mean?
What can
I'm
we?
just starting to wonder if my trip home was nice. It was nice, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just starting to. I'm kind of maybe.
Andy, I'm going to politely.
I just want to say.
and then
let me
less
just,
politely ask you to rethink where you're going with this.
I'm just saying. I kind of miss my dad.
God.
Oh God!
Oh,
Andy,
Dad.
I asked you to reconsider.
Dad, don't do this.
I
Wait.
gave you fair warning.
Jesus, where did you get that?
I got this because I submitted to be the Bruce Springsteen hostage holder.
Did you
this
get
year.
it?
I got it.
Oh my God,
but
Dad.
don't tell anyone because that's part of the thing.
Yes, Dad.
Listen, I just said that I'm kind of missing my dad a bit and the rapport that we had.
Yeah, and I am telling you to rethink this. Now, your mother loves having you here. I love having you here. And Lorenzo,
I'm already doing better in school.
you are such a great help to Lorenzo's studies.
Lorenzo, I appreciate that. It's just I can't. This was never going to be permanent. I just need a little time away.
Andy, I started a podcast for you. My gorgeous stepson. Featuring Russell and Andy. Plus occasionally Lorenzo and a rotating cast of guests.
Why can't it just be you and Lorenzo? He's your real son. I thought you knew that I've already gotten a ticket. I am
What?
going home.
Tear it the fuck up and sell it at cost.
I can't. That's not how tickets work anymore.
Refund.
It's an email.
I work for the airline. You can get one. Which airline did you get it with?
Air Canada.
Shoot, I don't work for that airline.
Yeah, no,
I work for Air North Korea.
A lot has
That's
changed.
why he's home a lot.
Honestly, the thing is, a lot has changed in Halifax. It's really nice. It's nice to, and I love it. It's just I kind of miss like Toronto, and I kind of miss my dad.
You miss your dad crapping on you all the
my
time.
God.
You miss living in your sub-basement panic room box. You really miss all of that.
No, it's not that I just. It's just that I feel like maybe if I go back, I feel I have a certain amount of confidence, and I want to appreciate. I thank you and Lorenzo and my mom for all of that. Just put the gun down for a second, Dad. You're just
No.
like pointing. It's close, so close to my like. You're
You
right
call
in my
me dad
face.
again. Don't you think that matters? Don't you think it matters? You call me dad 4 times. You know what 4 times is in a hockey? It's better than a hat trick. It's a +1 on a hat trick.
No matter how many times I call you Dad, you're not going to be my real dad. You're a great guy, and your kid is
I feel
okay.
just
You're
like,
great too,
I
but
feel just like Arnold Schwarzenegger must have felt in that scene in Jingle All the Way, Halifax.
No, Dad,
movie
don't say that.
When he couldn't find the toy for his kid.
Oh my God.
Plus, Phil Hartman was gonna do it with his life. And Sinbad got the toy. And Arnold sits down on the curb, and tears flow down his face. And he goes, I didn't get the toy. I'm from Halifax.
why can't you have a podcast with your gorgeous son Lorenzo?
I've never thought about it.
Me neither.
Why would you both not? You read each other's diaries.
guess it's
you
just
have
'cause-
weird cyclical dreams about oral sex. I mean, that's something.
Is that what the
No one
fatherhood
would. I
is?
wouldn't. No one would listen
not
to
really.
that.
You should work that through in the podcast, maybe.
The podcast could bring us together.
Yes.
I guess it's just Lorenzo and I have always felt closest when you're around, Andy.
I think I just helped facilitate that, and I have to go because you know what, Russell and Lorenzo, you have made me realize that maybe I have some unfinished business with Rollie, and maybe I should go back, and maybe I should do something about it.
Promise me one thing, Andy.
Yeah.
When you see Rollie, you murder him.
I'm not going
to. And then come back here.
I'm not going to promise
Just
that.
promise me that.
I'm not going to promise that, Russell.
Just one small promise.
Russell, I can't.
I guess we just have to start from scratch on this one, Lorenzo.
I don't even know what we'd talk about if it wasn't about Andy, my stepbrother.
What kind of things are you into?
I don't know. Sailing and
I like sailing.
cross-stitching.
I love cross-stitching.
Do you?
I didn't know you were into sailing and cross-stitching. I'm part of a sailing and cross-stitching team.
Me too.
What?
Which one?
The SS Sew It While We Go It.
Oh my God, I'm a junior member. I can't believe we haven't seen each other.
Oh my God, you must be below deck.
I work below deck. I have to start there. But they said I'm going to move to the surface soon.
I'm up on the surface, on deck.
Do you think we could swab together?
I would love to swab with you while we also cross-stitch.
Guys, that's fantastic. I'm just a little bit confused. Just for 1 second, you guys are on a cross
Sailing.
team.
It's like when you go through the water and the wind hits the mast.
I know what sailing is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
I
got the
understand
boat.
that. But
It's called the sailboat.
No, I get it. But
It's got like nice
you
big
said you're
regatta.
But you said you were on a cross-stitching team.
There's waves, the ocean kind of
But
takes you
cross-stitching team?
along. The wind pushes
And
the
there's also
sails.
sailing?
And then you usually write the name of the boat on the side of it.
Yeah. And you christen it with I'm not allowed champagne, so we did grape juice.
Have we answered the part that you don't understand?
No, not at all. But honestly, I think you're perfect for each other. And I think this podcast is going to be fine. Just fine.
Me too.
Okay.
Maybe I'll change the name to my gorgeous stepson's stepbrother,
Oh my God.
Lorenzo.
I mean, there's an easier... Never mind. It's fine. That's good. That's a good one.
I feel just like Arnold Schwarzenegger in my favorite movie of his, End of Days, when Gabriel Byrne says, "I'm going to take you to hell." And Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "No way. I'm going back where I'm from, Halifax."
Honestly, I've not heard him say any of those things.
It's all extended versions. I
Extended,
only
of
watch
course, yeah,
extended
versions. You only watch extended versions, yeah. Like 40-Year-Old Virgin, that was so much better as the extended version.
Oh yeah, the 40-year-old virgin, 40-hour version.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it. Nothing says great comedy like just lengthy scenes.
Judd Apatow is my favorite filmmaker because he really knows how to turn a minute-long scene into a 15-minute scene.
Yeah, whenever I watch his stuff, I'm all like, this needs more alts. I need more alts from Judd Apatow.
My favorite Judd Apatow quote is, "Brevity is the soul of boring. Let's stretch it out." He really is the alt comedian of our time. And by alt, I mean alts.
Alts, yeah.
Alternative
just
takes.
like, you look like blank. That's just pretty much... Oh, I guess that's Deadpool.
That's also Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool truly worshipped at the altar of Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is you just got to remember that if someone looks like one thing and it's funny, you can also always say 12 more things. And
It
then
just
the
gets worse.
audience does not get tired.
Oh, yeah.
They don't get tired.
It's exponentially more funny.
They get to pick whichever punchline they like to pass.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
then
choose your own adventure. Yeah.
Afterwards, they can all go outside and remember together and then vote on which was the best of the 12 and then submit that answer to Judd Apatow and he'll cut it down eventually.
In 10 years, we're going to get a real tight movie.
Every Judd Apatow movie is secretly, if you cut out all those takes, 4 minutes long. It's fucked,
It's
man.
just web shorts, basically.
It's crazy, man. It's nuts. I love him.
I do, too. I think he's great.
I love that the Gary Shanley documentary was sort of also just about him.
I've never seen that. What?
It's good. You see a lot of stuff about Gary Shandling and you're like, awesome. And then a lot of stuff about how Judd Apatow feels. And you're kind of like, okay, I guess this is part of it also.
Yeah, I saw a stand-up, and it was just kind of like stories about other funny people.
You know what
Maybe
I
that's
like
his thing.
is that we can throw stones because it's a old Halifax saying, if you live in a glass house, throw some stones, baby.
Yeah, I know. What the hell do we know? And also, he's never going to hear this because it's in Halifax, right? So
That's right. It's geo-blocked to him unless he knows how to get a VPN.
He
which
can
nobody
can
does
hack.
these
Can he
days.
hack?
He'd love hacking because you get to enter close to the same thing over and over and over again while you try to get it right.
Well, I'm glad that I could actually help you guys out, if I could just say. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're glad we could help you.
Yeah, and you guys really helped me. I think maybe I'm going to talk to my father about how he treats me, and maybe I'll...
Stay?
Oh, no, I'm not.
You're gonna stay?
I'm not going to stay here. No, what?
good
question.
Jesus,
I
no,
misread the
what
tone. I'm
fuck,
sorry.
Lorenzo.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm...
Hey, don't talk to my son that way. I just stood up for my birth son.
You called me son for the first time.
I didn't call you my stepson, stepbrother, Lorenzo. We're growing so much at the very last moment of this podcast, episode 1.
I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie, Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, I love that one. You know what my favorite part from that movie is?
Oh, I know
It's
what
when
the
all the kids shout, "It's a tumor," and then he shouts, "It's not a tumor. I know what a tumor is. We got tumors all over the place in Halifax, where I'm from."
Well, I'm so glad you guys could have me on this inaugural podcast of my... What is it called again? My
gorgeous stepson
stepsons.
now. My gorgeous stepson, stepbrother, Lorenzo.
I really thought you'd move past that, and
I don't
you'd
know
call
what
him
you
a
mean.
son. I thought you called him anyway. That's
I
fine.
did call him son.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What?
I know what we'll call the podcast.
Yeah, what will you call
My
it?
gorgeous stepbrother, my gorgeous stepson, stepbrother, Lorenzo. Or should I say, my son?
That's great, guys. Well, I'm really glad you guys could do that, and thank you for having me.
Wait, before you go!
What?
We gotta do our trivia segment.
Okay, all right.
I just gotta make...
Russell, you have a trivia segment. That's
I
cool.
just gotta hack my phone for a second.
Oh, he's putting in the hack numbers.
And now I'm gonna make an out-of-city call. Hello?
What's up?
It's Everardo!
Oh, Everardo? What?
How's
how
it
do you-
going, Russell?
Oh, it's going great, Everardo. How are you?
Good.
How do you know Everardo?
Yeah, I'm just, in New York City, downtown.
Are you really?
Yeah. I don't know if Andy knows this, but I have taken up a new job. I am it is an acting job. I'm a bit of a character actor.
Yeah, this
I
sounds
got a
good.
job
Yeah.
as a Times Square Elmo.
That's cool. Do you hand out flyers for unrelated things like new movies and Broadway shows? Or do you just take photos as Elmo?
So far, I've only been here for 2 days now, and so far, it's mostly photos.
Yeah.
Well, trying to get photos. I have been, earlier today, I accidentally found myself in a screaming match
Oh,
against a very stoic Guatemalan family
Okay.
who, they were trying to take a photo of me and without paying. And so I screamed at them until I was blue in the face. And it turns out they were just looking at their map, trying to find the M&M store.
Feels like it might have been a bit misleading to call it a screaming match when it's just you screaming at a quiet family.
Well, that is what my supervisor said.
Sounds like you're having a real Flight of the Conchords episode of a time down there.
Everardo, this is Lorenzo. Did you get my letters?
Oh, yes. I've been getting your letters, Lorenzo.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Thank you.
They've been finding me well.
What
Okay, good.
you guys? You've been corresponding. That's nice.
I send him letters saying, "Bring Andy, let Andy come home."
Yeah, and I've been sending Lorenzo letters of the renovations that I've been doing to Andy's room.
Oh yes,
They're beautiful.
You're doing
beautiful.
renovations. What renovations are you doing to my room?
Well, I just took down some of there's all these computers and wires and all this junk.
Yeah.
And I actually invited Marie Kondo over.
Oh,
and
cool. You had Marie Kondo over?
I invited. Well, she told me she was Marie Kondo.
Oh, okay.
Now that I think about it, it might have just been.
You don't have to finish that
Anyone.
sentence.
Yeah,
okay.
Everardo.
Someone else.
Where did you put my computers? Where did you put those? Like, I spent a long time setting those up. There's a lot of different. Like, it's an intricate system, or it was. Where did you put them?
Yeah,
computer-
don't worry. I put them all in one garbage bag.
A garb. Okay.
Then I have it on the curb. It's on the curb.
Are you sure that the woman who told you she was Marie Kondo didn't just take that bag of computers and then thereby stealing a bunch of computers?
Well, there's a good chance that that's what happened. Because now that I think about it, this woman was not Asian at all.
That's how you end that sentence in a nice way.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Andy, did those computers bring you joy?
Yes. They everything.
You fucked up, Ev.
Yeah, and that shows bullshit, man. That shows bullshit, doesn't
He
it?
doesn't like it.
I don't like it. Holding something that gives everything I touch brings me joy.
I wrote a letter to Marie Kondo asking if I could cut off this ugly old dick and throw it away because it brings me no joy. And she has yet to respond. So, Everardo, we have called for a very special purpose, and it's a purpose you know well. It's for you to run one of your show-stopping trivia games or other. What have you got for us today?
Yes, well, this is a new fan favorite segment. Because, Russell, I know you're a huge Bill Maher fan, aren't you?
Oh, I go to war for Bill Maher.
So you're familiar with the New Rules, his famous jokes that he does, New Rules, where he says...
We warheads don't call them jokes. We call them things he says that are not... you can't laugh at them, and he doesn't want you to either.
Yeah, well, there's certainly no laughing, because they're serious.
Okay.
So this is kind of a riff on that, with a bit of a Canadian spin.
Oh.
And, well, I'll kind of talk about Canadian things that happen in the news. And I'll just kind of put a Bill Maher sort of spin on it. And this segment is called Oh, Canada.
This sounds like we're not going to be hugely engaged in this segment, but that's okay, because we get to hear a bit more of that charming voice. Everardo Ramirez, take it away.
You could give me any kind of feedback that you have on any of these. There's just three kind of Oh, Canada rules.
Okay, maybe we'll just give a little true, we'll vote true or false at the end of them.
Okay. So, so imagine there's some sort of like a rudimentary hip-hop beat in the background. The clock has been started, by the way.
Gotcha.
And, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Nelly Furtado. You know Nelly Furtado. She was found at a Whole Foods in Yorkville, and she forgot her wallet. She couldn't pay because she forgot her wallet.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking Nelly Furtado, more like Nelly Furgado. Oh, Canada.
False.
I think it's true. I think it's true.
Well, it's not so much of a true false thing, more of a is it funny sort of
Is this a rules? Like, did you say it's Bill Maher's new rule?
I don't know if
I was only half listening to
Everardo was playing
Everardo.
fast and loose with the English language on this one.
Yeah.
And I respect that. One time I went to a Mexican restaurant and ordered a fritada.
Oh, I remember this.
And it was called a Nelly fritada. And it was just a fritada with a Band-Aid on it. With reference to the other Nelly. There was a lot going on in that one name. I got all of it. And I ate it. Band-Aid and all.
Anyway, so that was the one. That was the one joke.
Okay, let's get another new rule.
Let's. How about this?
Aren't you supposed to say new rule before you say it? Because that's
well, instead of new rule, mine's kind of an after thing, and I say, "Oh, Canada." I'm kind of exasperated about it.
I get it. Sorry, I missed that. Okay,
It seems like one of those things where Dennis Leary used to do on MTV, where he smokes a cigarette so hard, and then he tells you what he thinks of Prince Charles.
So here's the next one. So Jim Carrey is woke these days.
Yeah, he's
woke. I don't know if you hear about Jim Carrey's woke now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I liked him better when he was asleep. Oh, Canada.
When he was a what?
So I don't know. Did that one cut out? Did you hear that one?
No, we got it.
I just didn't hear it. I thought you said a sweep. So I didn't understand. But
Jim Carrey is
maybe
a
that
sweep.
one's a little soft. Maybe this is an alternate punchline.
Oh, good. An alt. Okay.
Give us an alt. Give us 12 alts. Apatow this.
So Jim Carrey's woke now. I don't know if you know about this. Jim Carrey's woke now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I wish I could have stayed woke for some of his later movies.
Oh,
his
that's
most
better.
recent movies.
That's a little
I
better.
like that one better.
Yeah.
This is my last Oh Canada bit.
Gimme.
Which is 500 Canadian doctors said that they want to turn down a pay increase because they get paid so well already.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking, they get paid so much already. Maybe being a doctor is not such a bad gig after all. Oh, Canada.
Okay.
Oh, Canada.
All right, that was definitely.
I like that one.
You liked what?
You don't like that one?
No.
He stuck it to doctors. They deserve to be
No, that
taken
was-
down a
what?
peg. Canadian doctors.
Punch up, Andy. Punch up.
Yeah, punch out. I honestly don't get the joke. Is it like an anti-joke? That's an anti-joke, right?
Is that an anti-joke or an uncle joke, Everardo?
Honestly, I really
I
don't
think
get
it's
it.
just I think it's just interesting that maybe a doctor isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
The
I gotta
joke-
be honest. I'm only half listening to you, Everardo, right now. Just I can't.
Andy's got his head on his flight that he's got to catch.
Yeah, I really gotta go. I'm like,
He's coming back, Everardo.
Everardo, I'm coming back to Toronto, and I want my room back the way it was. So you better unmarry condo it.
All right.
Bye, Everardo.
All right. Good hearing from you, Russell, and hopefully see you soon.
Have fun in the Big Apple.
And Lorenzo, take it easy.
Okay, get my computers back. Bye.
Some kids are looking at me horrified because I've been
Cut 'em off.
just
Cut 'em
chain
off. Hang
smoking
up.
a
Hang
jewel
up. Hang
without
up.
my.
Cut him off. There we go. He's gone. Kill that. Wow. All that was.
Some kids are looking at me. That's it.
Everardo might have just been attacked, but we didn't have much more time. We got to let you go. You got to go to the airport.
Thank you so much, Russell. It was great. This has been really fun. And thanks, Lorenzo. I hope you guys do an awesome show together.
Thanks.
I won't be listening to it because I can't because it's geo-blocked, but I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
Well, to all those listening in the Halifax Regional Municipality, we hope you enjoyed yourself greatly. I've been Russell. This is my beautiful, gorgeous stepson, stepbrother, Lorenzo, a.k.a. my son. Any last words, Lorenzo?
I love you.
Oh, my God. I just realized I said, any last words, Lorenzo, while I was pointing this gun at you, which is fuck.
I would have said the same thing either way.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, goodbye, everyone!